Hi everyone, it's Sailor Mimzy. This week's video I'm going to be unboxing an order. My first order from Goulet Pens, and I'm going to be testing it on my favorite notebooks. So here's the box that arrived today. So I've never owned a fountain pen, like a real fountain pen. Actually, I did own one when I was younger. I begged my parents to buy it for me from Hallmark, I think, and it was one of like the cheap, it was a cheap fountain pen, and it was on display in a cup by the cash register. I think it was just a couple of dollars for sure, and it wasn't the refillable kind. But I remember using it in my journals. I don't remember how old I was. I think I was in junior high or maybe grade 6 even, but I remember using it in my journals and I was just so fascinated with it. But that was the first and last time I had a fountain pen, and I didn't want to go and get something super advanced yet. My husband bought one recently, well, I guess a couple of months now, and I don't want to get anything yet. That, like, I just want to be able to test fountain pens first just to see if I will like it or not. So I decided to order some of the Platinum Preppy pens after lots of researching and watching videos by the Goulet Pen Company. So anyways, so I'm going to open up this box. I'm super excited. And we got my dangerous scissors here. I was surprised at the size of the box that it came in. There we go. Oh, cool! Awesome, I didn't expect this. Tootsie Pops, yummy. Okay, so inside there's my invoice. Okay, so I've never seen this before. I think this is super awesome. I just need to cover up some of the information. But on the invoice, there's a handwritten little message here with pretty writing that I'm super jealous of. It's written by Anna, and she even wrote down which pen she used to write this. That's pretty cool. I like this a lot. That's pretty awesome. And there's also, cool, so there's a card with the person who packed it, and then there's also a sticker they included of their logo. Just gonna put this box aside. And they even included a bookmark, so there's their logo, website, different social media platforms there. And on the back there's a quote by Winston Churchill. "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Very nice. Okay. So it's packed in this bubble wrap that I have the urge to pop, but just for Sadie's sake I won't, because she hates the sound of popping. Oh, the temptation though. Oh my gosh, I need to. Oh, she's not up here. I'll just do one. She's probably freaking out right now. She's downstairs. Okay, so it's wrapped in this blue shrink wrap. So I ordered a few things. I ordered, I think there's 2 packs of the Platinum Preppy, and some other pens as well that I couldn't find in my city. Whoa. Okay, cool. Alright, so here are the Platinum Preppy pens. And I grabbed these. My sweet friend on Instagram, Laura, she actually was the one who introduced me to these. She sent me a pack of these Pilot G2 pens, and I've never used them before, and now I'm in love with them. And I can't find them in my city, and when I saw that they were on the Goulet Pens website, I got so excited, and they were on sale too, so I grabbed a couple. And so I have a pack of fine tip and ultra fine. I'm not sure which one I have right now. I should check. Oh, and I also grabbed a random pack of inks for my husband. And we got blue, this looks like a reddish color, like wine. Ooh, green. These are so pretty. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, I thought I'd surprise him with some inks and be a good wife. But yeah, I'm surprised at how fast this arrived. It was, I think, just under, yeah, it was less than a week. Like they said, it was being shipped last week, Tuesday. Today is Monday. So it's pretty fast. Anyways, so, oh, I have to install the barrel. Okay. So these ones look different from these ones. Oh, extra fine, I see it now. So this says there's a little F here beside the number 3 and that purple kind of square. And F means fine, and then there's EF right there beside the 02 on the red strip. So that's extra fine. Okay, so that's how we can tell the difference. So I'm not going to be testing out these ones just because they are very similar to the pen that I use right now in my journal, like the plain black pen I always use. The only difference is these ones are a different size tip than the pen I use right now. These ones are thinner compared to it. So I'm not going to test these ones. Just going to be testing these ones today. So they come with the cartridge glue, so you got to put it in yourself. And I got my husband to help me, so he stabbed this one in for me. And there's a bit of a leak. Not sure why it happened. Maybe he pushed too hard, or maybe that's just supposed to happen. I don't know, but it's not getting on my fingers or anything. So this is the blue one. I noticed that the metal on the blue one is a different color than the other ones. So the metal on this pen is blue. And I will try writing with it now. Okay, so the first book I'm going to use, or the first notebook I'm going to be testing on, is the miquelrius. So this one I've had since last year, and I've been keeping it on my bookshelf. It's in pretty good condition still. I'm keeping it, it's all blank, but I'm keeping it for, I'm not sure if I want to do hobonichi in here, like continuing to hobonichi in here. It's just hard to go back to this after having the Traveler's Notebook insert. Anyway, so let's try. So this is the Platinum Preppy in fine, the fine tip, and in the blue color. And the other side is totally clear. Just gonna color in a square. And a bit of shadowing, but no bleed through. So next I'm going to put together the extra fine one just to compare. So the metal on this one is actually silver. So all he did was unscrew. And then there's a tapered end. So flip it around. And then there's the end with the roller ball. So you stab that part. I know it doesn't look or sound right, but you stab that part into here. Maybe it's inevitable, because look, it happened to me too. So I have a little burst of ink. Yeah, I felt the difference when I was writing with the extra fine. And again, just a little bit of shadowing, not bad. Next, we are going to be testing on Traveler's Notebook. So the 002 insert here. And I'm just going to put in a piece of cardstock underneath, just in case. I like how the lid just snaps on. And then try the fine. So here's how they turned out. I noticed that the extra fine tip wrote a little bit smoother on the 002. Opposite side, whoopsie, just a little bit shadowing barely in. And next I have the Traveler's Notebook insert 013. I just put a piece of scrap paper in between. So far I'm really liking the fine tip. I thought I would prefer the extra fine more, but it's just so far. I could change my mind after trying in another notebook. So there's how that looks like. And finally, and the hobonichi. So I just opened it to one of my extra blank pages that I have. I'm just going to put the piece of paper in between. I wanted to get finer points, like extra. I chose extra fine test out as well because, like I said in one of my previous videos, the grid on the hobonichi, which is what I'm currently using for my daily journal, the grid on it is a lot smaller, and I figure with extra fine tip it'll be easier for me to write smaller and my writing won't look so messy. And this is how it turned out on the Tomoe River paper. And the opposite side, no bleed through. Oh, the paper in the 013 insert, this isn't Tomoe River paper, it's just really light paper. It's close to it, but it's close to Tomoe River paper, but it's not actually. Just lightweight, really awesome paper. Well, I'm pretty sure that this ink isn't waterproof, but I'm going to draw something and then I will try painting in it afterwards and see how the watercolor reacts to the ink on this paper. I'm going to give the fine one to my husband. I'll keep the extra fine one. So these are made to be disposable pens, but there's a hack that you can do where you can, with a bit of silicone I believe and an O-ring, you can have it so that it's a refillable pen. Apparently it's really easy to do, and on the Goulet site there's a video tutorial I believe that shows how to do it. But then also when you're buying this pen, for an extra $2 they can do it for you and send it to you already hacked. And you can have it so that this whole upper part of the pen, like the whole barrel, is filled with ink instead of just having that cartridge in there. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I hope my husband does that because that would be really awesome. Oh, actually this color is called blue black. This one is also blue black. So I'm a little bit surprised at how the pens arrived, because when I ordered them online they were in packs. Not a huge deal at all, but they came loose, and the way I bought them was these 3 extra fine were sold as one pack, and then the rest of these guys were sold as another pack. So the colors that you get with this one are violet, black, pink, green, yellow, red, and then the blue black. So I might bring my fountain pen to work tomorrow just to take it for a test drive. We don't have to bring our own pens to work or anything, but I usually like to, just because it's just nicer to write with. Yeah, it feels weird writing with a fountain pen after so long of not using one. Oops, I wasn't even thinking. But the ink is dry. I was worried that after, like while I was writing this, I was worried that the leaf was going to be wet, but it's all good. So, I guess it dries pretty fast. Yeah. No smudge. So I just brought back with me some water and my cheapest set of paint that I have, just because it was the closest one to me. Yeah, the ink is running. So yeah, the ink ran a bit there, like pretty much as soon as the water touched it. You can't really tell on the camera, I think. And because I can't help it, I'm gonna open up a red one. So here's the red extra fine. So just take the cap off, and then we unscrew the part with the tip. Sorry, my hands are dirty because I got highlighter all over them from work. Well, at work today. And then you stab the part with the roller ball. Yeah, I think there's no way to escape it. So a little bit of the ink came out of the cartridge as well. It writes immediately though, that's awesome. It's a really light red color. Kind of like a poppy red. Okay, and then I'll just try it on the other notebooks so we can compare. Okay, so we're back in the 013 Traveler's Notebook. Yeah, there it is in the 013. There it is in the 002. And other side is pretty much spotless. Did we check the other side of this one? I don't think so. So back in the 013. And the other side is the same. It's shadowing, no bleed through. And then in the good old miquelrius notebook. So there's the red and the miquelrius. Looks fine on the other side. It dries pretty fast. So even on the miquelrius paper, it dries, the ink is already dry. That's pretty awesome. So for any fountain pen noobs out there, I think that yeah, the Platinum Preppy is a good place to start, for sure. It's inexpensive, but it's actually, it's like a really nice pen. It's not like fancy like the high-end ones, but it's definitely a good starter pen. So I'm going to try drawing with these more over the next few days in my hobonichi, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so technically it's the next day from the first part that you guys have just seen, and I took my pen with me to work today. Handled pretty well. Part of me was kind of nervous because I just tossed two of these of the Platinum Preppies into my pencil case and into my tote bag, and it gets shaken around a lot in there, and part of me was afraid that it was going to explode or leak. I used to have a calligraphy pen when I was younger, and I remember taking it with me and it like I got ink everywhere, but that didn't happen, I'm happy to say. So what I did do today was, during my break I was writing and doing some drawing. I wrote most of this at home, and then the drawing actually I did at work, and this is all using this blue extra fine Platinum Preppy pen, as well as the red one, which is in my pencil case right now. So here's how it turned out. I'm actually happy with how it, with the way it wrote and the way it handled. Oh, the black is my usual pen that I like to use. Oh, it's upside down. So my favorite pen that I showed in my first video, I believe. Just a plain, it says Studio on it. I think it's a dollar store brand. I don't know if it's just a Canada thing, but yeah, gel pen. That's what the black ink is from. And then the red and the blue is from Platinum Preppy. And the drawing turned out pretty good. I was There's a few moments where the pen actually stopped working, but I got it going like really fast using just like scrap paper and just like, you know, doing a couple of squiggles. Handled really well. It got kind of scratchy feeling after a while, but yeah, like not a huge, it's like not a deal breaker at all. It's a great pen, especially if it's your first fountain pen. A lot of people have said that, but yeah, so this is definitely the way to go if you're not sure if you want to start using a fountain pen or not. I still haven't opened up the other ones, so I have these in the fine point and this one in the extra fine. I gave my husband the rest of the pens and some of the Pilot G2 gel pens that I have, but I have the rest here. So it's been 24 hours and I'm still not sure if I'm going to be using a fountain pen all the time, or if I'm gonna switch to the fountain pen that you have to fill up, or if I'm gonna keep buying these guys. I'm not sure. My husband said that he's for sure going to hack a couple of these for me and some of the ones that I gave him, because it looks pretty simple. Well, also I'm really glad that this order arrived when it did, because I was running out of these gel pens that I use all the time in my journaling. It comes in a huge pack and I'm down to, I think, 2. So this is my only other one. I'm not even sure where the other one is. It's probably lost in my purse somewhere. So we'll be using the Platinum Preppies for a while. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed the quality of these have gone down recently. The past 2 packs I've bought of these haven't been the greatest. Oh, and also I should show the other side. So I did lots of ink here. No bleed through. Can't really see any shadowing either because things are covering it, but yeah, so the head area that I drew would be right here, and it's pretty much all clear, so pretty happy with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to try doing watercolor again with it. I probably will, actually. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, just leave it in the comment section below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!